Today's topic, actually, it was brought up to my attention, believe it or not, through my YouTube channel. Somebody was asking me about what to do when they feel frustrated after doing cardio and getting all the more portion control and meal planning and all that. They still feel like there's a certain level of stalling, like there's no weight loss. Sorry, I'm a little bit sweaty, but I was working sort of out. I was playing basketball. Man, those college kids really made me run today. But anyway, I beat their little butts anyway. So let's talk a little bit about what's going on. Number one, you got to check yourself before you wreck yourself. And I'm talking about wrecking yourself emotionally and mentally. You got to realize that you're not 20 years old anymore, that you're probably a mom now. Your body has gone through quite a bit of trauma, if you know what I mean, after having kids. And for those of you who are not familiar with me, I primarily work with busy moms, trying to get them back in shape and healthy so they can actually play and create amazing experiences with their kids. Okay, so now one of the main things that I look at with my clients is their hormone levels. And I'm not talking hormone replacement or estrogen and menopause. I'm talking about everything from thyroid, adrenals, cortisol, insulin, ghrelin, leptin, you name it. Totally, when you think about it, if you complete my assessment, there's 7 key hormones that I like to look at, especially if you're a mom, and especially if you're stuck after doing cardio and interval training and Tabata and all these different workouts and your weight seems to be stalling. There is a certain level that personally you are lacking, and sometimes it can be sleep, sometimes it's emotionally and psychologically, because your mind leads your body to where it wants to go. So my advice for you, if you're stalling or really struggling with this, is to get your hormone levels tested. For your thyroid, do O4 test, and I will try to include, maybe not this link, on the next link, my friends at New Century Lab, which is an amazing service. They actually do your lab work. You can do your appointments online, and in certain locations, they actually will come out to your house if transportation to the labs is an issue for you. And they're cheap. They start at $12 all the way up to like $60, depending how comprehensive you want your lab. But when we're looking at it, we're looking at 7 key hormone levels that we want to check in with women. Okay, and we're looking at at estrogen, leptin, ghrelin, growth hormone, thyroid, adrenals, and of course adenopectin. Okay, and these are all hormones that is almost like a domino effect. You want to have it like the keyword moderation. You don't want to have too much cortisol. You don't want to have too much insulin. And your body, believe it or not, tells you. That's the very beautiful thing about your body. If you're craving salty things, if you're having, like, all of a sudden you want mozzarella sticks, sometimes you might just want to have salad, sometimes you want something crispy, your body tells you what minerals you're lacking, what vitamins you're deficient in, and most importantly, which hormones are kind of like not on track for your body. Once you figure that out, there's been numerous studies coming from, you name it, from Harvard to University of Mexico, all the way to California, and looking at the whole spectrum of all the studies, there's 7 different workouts for you to kind of mix and match based on your hormones. Okay, so instead of wrecking your brain of like, I try keto diet and I try paleo and I try South Beach and I'm doing Weight Watcher points, really look at, see where your hormones are, what workout have you tried, really truly try based on your hormone status, and then really commit to it. Okay, now that brings me to the next point, which is body image, body self-awareness, and self-image. Okay, is very key, and I know it's very very highlighted nowadays, like women not wearing makeup and all these other things that go along the side. But as a mom, as a woman, again, I look at you guys like the queen of the kingdom. Okay? So just because you might be a little bit overweight, maybe obese, doesn't mean that you just have to give up, because you're the role model. You're the role model to your son, you're the role model to your daughter. So what I'm asking from you is not to give up, but actually give into the process of really looking deep inside what is making you stall, what is making you derail of course, and then get back on course. Because it's okay to be overweight by 10 pounds, maybe depending on what phase of your life, 20 pounds, but to just let it be at 30 plus pounds, to me, that's almost sounds like you're giving up on yourself. And when you're portraying that you're giving up on your own, that's starting spread out through the environment where your kids are. So you don't want to, let your kids know that it's okay for you to give up and start eating crappy and not sleeping well and not taking care of yourself just because, you love me, they love me, and people care about me, or I don't care what people say about me. I can totally get that. But, all in all, you need to kind of set up a really, really role model, set pace, and, forget what everybody says, but most importantly, think of who's next to you, meaning your kids that are looking up to you for example, for role modeling, and that's where the whole snowball of society will begin to improve. So again, I'm asking you, if you're like really struggling with your weight, look and see where your hormones are, and yes, it takes some work. It's not gonna be easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. Okay. And then once you get that, then you can actually make an objective decision of what needs to be done and commit to the process. Yes, it's supposed to be hard. Okay. If it was hard, we would not be having this little conversation everywhere on the internet. Okay. But I urge you to kind of always think of, the legacy that you're going to leave for your daughter and your son. Okay. Oops, sorry. My friend Ken is on the other side. So with that said, if you have any comments regarding body image, self-confidence, self-awareness, my husband loved me no matter what, my kids love me no matter what, I can understand where you're coming from, but it's an animal instinct as a human, as a Homo sapien, that we want to take care of ourselves, from the inside out. And the inside in this case means from their systematic hormone level. Hormones dictate how your body is going to process and function every day. Okay? Now, if you want to patch things up with replacement and pills and potions and lotions, that's your call. But I tell you, if you trust the process and you look at the different hormones, and again, it's only 7 hormones that you got to look through. Your estrogen, your growth hormones, your ghrelin, your glucagon, your leptin, your adiponectin, cortisol, insulin. Just look at really how those hormones are playing in your body. Figure out who's not doing the right thing. Get after it. Commit to the process. And always, always, always be checking. Okay? When things are not getting changed, when your body kind of stalling, we call it adaptation, that's where you kind of become stuck. And I'm always all about improving yourself, challenging yourself, so you move to the next level, okay? To your next level, not society level, not the group of mom level, okay? Your next level. If you want to live to see your son graduate or your daughter get married, this is the time for you to take action, okay? Now, tomorrow there's going to be another topic. In the meantime, your homework is to leave me a comment or questions if you have any regarding like what test should I do, or if you have a special situation of like, I had a C-section and I haven't been able to lose my 10 pounds, or I've been doing Zumba for 3 years and nothing happened, or if you have questions about, what exercise or what test lab work you need to get done. I can help you and guide you in the right direction, and we can work it out. Okay. Until then, tune in tomorrow. It's probably again tomorrow night for the next topic. I'm excited. This is being very, very eye-opening for a lot of people. I've been trying to download it and record them and put them on my YouTube channel so you guys can review them all together. Let's see. Somebody put a comment here. Give yourself a funny look. Okay. Okay. I will try not to look funny next time. All right, guys. That's it for today. Thank you again for everybody that's pitching in with topics and questions for me to cover them up. But I will tune in again with you tomorrow. And until then, have an amazing, amazing Monday night. Bye.